Hello again. Right, this one today really is scraping the barrel of cupboards. We got some ready rolled Filo pastry. We got half a head of garlic. Got some leftover onion jam. I've got some ropey old broccoli heads. Some slightly greying mushrooms. A couple of red chilies. I've got 3 large courgettes, okay, so this is going to be the big thing we're going to use, the courgettes. I have here some quinoa. Yes, that sounds a little bit posh and middle class. That's fine. You can have couscous if you like. It could be cooked just simple rice. Anything that's just a bit starchy, carbohydrate-y. Here, I've got some halloumi and I've got some feta. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fry my halloumi off. It's vegetarian and this is all about using up stuff but still trying to be authentic, make things taste nice, make sure that they're lovely and delicious. That was the worst bit of paper tearing ever. I'm going to blame the kitchen roll, not me. Now the best thing to do with halloumi is drain it, you dry it, okay, because it's kept in like a nice salty brine solution, but you don't want that on it, okay, because frying it, making it crispy, you don't want it nice and wet, alright. And then mushrooms, just going to take the stalks off. We're going to keep them quite chunky and whole, so you've got texture going on. I'm going to chop the chilli, stick that in. I'm going to keep that to one side, so that's a red chilli. That's all done. I'm going to fry my halloumi. Good splash of oil. Halloumi goes in, dried. I'm going to get nice, even, lovely brown colour on it. Garlic cloves, use 4, 5. I'm just going to crush it, okay? Palm of your hand, or the flat of a knife. Just give it a squeeze, remove the skin. You can hear that halloumi frying, alright? What you want to do is wait for that water to evaporate and it just starts getting this lovely golden caramelisation on it. I love halloumi cheese. It's not massive in flavour, but the one thing about halloumi is texture. I mean, me and Beth call it boingy cheese. Another piece of that kitchen roll just to drain it on when it comes off. The next big thing is these courgettes. You could dice courgettes up and fry them off, except this way I want to get a high yield out of them, so I'm going to cut them in half and I'm going to grate them, alright? I'm going to salt them rather than cook them, so you can do it on the coarse grater. And this is going to provide that lovely kind of meaty texture, alright? Because of the way that it cooks and the way that it sits and holds, that's exactly what you want. So you get a nice colour on this halloumi. Right, halloumi comes out. It's got a nice colour on it. Right, okay, courgettes all grated. Little bit of rock salt and just squeeze it in. And what that's going to do is draw all the moisture out, okay? And then we're going to squeeze all that water out. We're going to leave it for literally 5 minutes. That's it. That's all it needs. Left to one side. In the meantime, in the pan that we fried the halloumi in, I'm going to put a little splash of olive oil. Then into that, I'm going to put the mushrooms and the garlic and just sweat that down a little bit. And then into that, we're going to add the broccoli, a bit of chilli that's in it. Everything else goes in, okay? Keeping it fresh and vibrant like this means that the vegetables will stay green, chunky, delicious. Now everything's just about cooked. The broccoli, still crunchy, still crispy. The mushrooms have softened a little bit. We're just going to pull it to the side, turn the heat off. The courgettes, softened it. Colander, pan, clean tea towel, okay? Courgettes into the tea towel. Just rinse this bowl out because I'm going to need it. And then with this tea towel, you just gently squeeze out a load of that liquid lip, and that's the salt. And then we empty the courgettes back into this bowl, so that's going to be part of our pie filling. Look, that's going to be the main component of it. I'm going to add quinoa and everything that we've just fried and cooked. I'm going to break up the halloumi to chunks about that sort of size, okay, quite big, because you want these nice little nuggets of boingy cheese. Right behind me, fresh herbs. So here I've got some mint and some oregano. Delicious. You're going to give a little spark and a hit to this pie filling. So that will stir in. And then into that, spoonful of this onion chutney. It's kind of like the chutney you'd have with cheese. I mean, it is the chutney that I have with cheese. Mix it together. So this is now going to be a lovely, luscious pie filling. Vegetarian, but all of this can be swapped out. You haven't got to use all of it, you haven't got to use any of it. To make the pie, I'm going to use Filo pastry, ready bought. I'm going to use that as my pie dish. So as you roll it out, in here I've got some melted butter, pastry brush on top of the pastry, okay? Then put another Filo on the top, and then maybe one more, okay? So do it 3-layer Filo pastry, little sprinkle of cracked black pepper, and I'm going to lay that into my pie dish. The lovely thing about Filo pastry is that it's messy. You can make it messy. This is not about perfect layered pies looking immaculate. This is just something to hold everything in place, basically. So repeat the process again. There you go. Okay, so we've now lined our pie, and into that we pack in our pie filling. It's quite a dense and thick filling. We're going to crumble the feta onto the top, and then on top of that a bit more of the Filo pastry, but we're just going to do one at a time here. Okay, so you brush it with butter and then just kind of scrunch it into place. This is not about making it look pretty. Just try and cover everything up. This Filo pie could be anything. It could be leftover bolognese mix, cottage pie, loads and loads of roasted carrots, all sorts of different stuff. And that's the lidlet. So you just squish it all in now. That's simple, right? And a little bit of the rock salt on the top, a little bit of cracked black pepper. Then that is going to go into a preheated oven. This is at 180 degrees. And we're going to bake it for around about 25 to 30 minutes. See you in a bit. Half an hour later, it looks great, doesn't it? Crispy, crunchy. Let's see what the middle is like. Tell you what, I am very happy with that. Crispy, crunchy Filo pie, full of lovely flavours. Banging.